That terminal is functional. I've sent a data mining application to your Ghost. Upload it, and let's see what we can find.
Neomuna, personal log, incidental. Maya arrived yesterday with the Exodus Indigo. I should be relieved, but in light of the current situation, I don't feel much of anything. We're presently en route from Hyperion to the terraformed surface of Neptune. I'm scared. I'm so scared. We don't even know what we've lost. Comms are dead. It's just silence everywhere. We might be all that's left. Maya was right about everything. The cult, the end, how we'll survive. I hate this.
Neomuna was one of the founders of Neomuna. There's a part of the city named after her. This is like hearing a legend.
I knew of Neomuna and her wife, Maya Sandarish. They were Ishtar Collective researchers on Venus during the Golden Age.
Is this all there is? The one log?
No. There's an entire archive here. It could be the key to unraveling the mystery of the Veil.
Not to cut this short, but we've got incoming. There's thinking popping up all over the courtyard and... Tormentor! There's a Tormentor heading into the facility.
Guardian, neutralize the Tormentor. We can't lose this data.
Exterior's all clear. How you doing down there?
The Tormentor is defeated and the area is secure. However, the remainder of Dr. Essie's logs are encrypted. She's using an adaptive Vex algorithm to protect them. It will take me several days to break through. Whatever this is, it must be valuable. Guardian, I recommend you check back here later to see what we've uncovered.
Neomuna, research log, the Veil. I don't even know where to start. When we landed on Neptune, there was something waiting for us. An alien structure. It's an electromagnetic anomaly. No mass, but a tangible surface area. It's like a thesis statement to the von Neumann-Wigner hypothesis. It's definitely paracausal, like the Traveler. Maya calls it the Veil. She says she heard the name in a whisper when she looked at it. When I asked her who whispered, she said it was her own voice. I still haven't had time to process that. Everyone on the initial survey team died. The minute they touched the object, they entered a state of brain death. All of them. To make it worse, the EM radiation emitting from the Veil is causing psychological distress in the exos that came with us. They've all described moments of intense, hallucinogenic reverie. Some of them went silent and rigid and just stopped. Maya called it billboarding. Something from the early days of Clovis Bray's Exomind project. She doesn't seem afraid or surprised. She's convinced this thing, in her own words, she says, it'll be our salvation.
Fascinating. This corroborates what Nezarek said, that the Veil survived Savathun's escapade. This must have been the root of Savathun's betrayal, stalling the witness's plan to buy time to counter it.
So, she stole the Veil from Nezarek?
And killed him in doing so. It explains what happened to the lunar pyramid, why it's dormant.
And what about the rest of this? What happened to the Exos? Is that what happened to all of them?
I have some theories, but it's too early. Regardless, it sounds like the veil had an ill effect on Dr. Sandaresh. We must be cautious. Hopefully the next log we decrypt will shed more light on this enigma.
Neomuna Essie, research log. The veil. We shouldn't settle here. It's a mistake. But Maya is insistent that we have to build our long-term shelters near the veil. We're almost done constructing an enclosure around it. Once the field emitters are up, we should at least be safe from its radiation. The fever tech Maya had on the Exodus was a lifesaver. Not only for building the enclosure, but shelters, tools. We'd be dead without it. But it still wasn't fast enough. The last XO in our group succumbed to brain death yesterday. Maya's quarantined the bodies for study. She says our next step should be finding a way to draw power from the veil so we're self-sufficient. I'm insisting on turbines instead. But she doesn't think that's good enough. Not for as long term as this might be. Which, I guess. But I can't shake this feeling. Like we're making a terrible mistake.
I'm not getting a good vibe from this. Quinn says these records contradict some of her own. But there's a ton of references to Maya Sundaresh in our archives that are redacted. I'm worried, Osiris. What if everything we've been told our whole lives? What if it was all a lie?
Don't despair yet, young friend. The truth may be somewhere between these logs and what you've been told in the past. In my experience, history can be contradictory. Regardless, we won't know until we decrypt more of these logs.
Neomuna Essie, incident log. The Vex.
Interesting.
6 weeks ago, our settlement came under attack by an intrusion of Vex forces. It was a test of our defenses for a larger incursion. Yesterday, scouts discovered temporarily realigned architecture just outside the stronghold limits. The Vex had retroactively inserted themselves into Neptune's history, just like they did on Venus. But unlike Venus, something stopped them short of our habitat. They had to fight their way in. I think it's the Veil. Something about the paracausal nature of the Veil is preventing their temporal excursions. But the Vex aren't giving up. They did something to Neptune's magnetic field. Wove a sim into it. A screen to isolate us. It's a double-edged sword. The Vex screen hides us from the outside world, from whatever's happened. So we're safe-ish. But we're stuck with the Vex. Thankfully, they're slow to react, and it's giving us time to research countermeasures. It's almost our anniversary. I should do something for Maya. She'll forget. She's always so busy. Computer, prepare food synthesis. File, Neomuna date night 6. Oh, and add a bottle of port.
Osiris? You alright?
Yes, I'm fine. I just, saw shadows. My choices. Saint. Dr. Sandaresh and I walked very similar paths of obsession, it seems.
Oh.
Nevertheless, it appears that Neomuna's history is deeply tied to the Vex. Hopefully the next decryption will shed more light on this.
Neomuna Essie, research log. Exos. Maya and I have built a working theory around the deaths of our Exo crewmates after their exposure to the Veil. According to Maya, Exo minds contain a combination of Vex radiolaria and something known as clarity. Radiolaria are alien microorganisms living within a hive mind state. Or, I suppose more accurately, a community. Clarity is, Maya described it as a paracausal power derived from an alien artifact. Something Braytech had kept secret. Something Maya. Maya thinks the Veil and this artifact are related. that the paracausal force from the Veil overloaded their exominds, unraveled them. It's like taking a powerful magnet to an archaic magnetic storage device. Full erasure. But Maya, she thinks we can reverse engineer this phenomenon. Use it to write data to a clarity-infused object. Fabricate consciousness. Scientifically, the process seems sound, but morally... Maya keeps saying that we're past the point of morality. She said that. She's convinced that our survival hinges on mastery of the Veil. It's like she's the one unraveling. I feel like I'm losing her. But every time I try and push, I feel her move a little further away. I don't know if I can lose anything else. How much more can any of us lose before there's nothing left?
Nimbus, how much do you know about the Cloud Strider's creation? The technology used?
You don't think...
I make no assertions yet. But I worry that your neon-lit city may have darker roots than either of us knew.
Oh.
Neomuna Archive, research log, Siva. Siva is a nanotech fabrication system, intended to be used by Exodus ships to rapidly build necessary resources from base matter. Maya calls it Willa Bray's obsession, without a hint of self-awareness. But we both see the potential it poses for the future. Each nanomachine in Siva's design is an independent, thinking machine, utilizing a distributed quantum network to coordinate movement. Like a mechanical version of Radiolaria. Probably where the design was inspired from, if I'm being honest. But the design can be pushed. We're looking at ways of incorporating components from disabled Vex and erased exominds. If we can insulate the nanomachines from the radiation that killed the Exos, maybe their deaths won't be for nothing.
Wait. Does this really mean I'm part Vex?
Well, it's too early to jump to these conclusions, Nimbus. But there does seem to be some connection between the Vex and the Cloud Striders. It may explain why you and the others are able to enter the Vex network without the aid of splicers.
Can I time travel?
No, let's hope not.
Neomuna Archive, research log, Veil interface. Maya and I have finalized a prototype interface for the Veil. Hopefully, it'll allow our research team to investigate it in detail. The system's designed like an orchestra, with a central conductor directing a symphony of minds to act like a distributed network. The idea came to us by watching how collective networks like Siva and the Vex operate. The hope is we can aggregate and parse the vast amounts of psychic data emitting from the Veil, turn it into something intelligible. If we're successful, the interface will provide us with a starting point for any future technological research tied to the Veil. The risks of such integration are high. The estimated mortality rates are... But I don't know what I'm doing. This is wrong. This is so wrong. We shouldn't... All she ever talks about is survival. Think big picture. What about your survival? What about your heart? My heart? I can't keep doing this. I can't.
Again, I see a shadow of myself in Maya Sandarish. The man I could have become had I let obsession continue to rule me. I'm worried what the next recording will reveal.
Me too.
Neomuna Archive, research log, Veil interface, supplemental. They're all dead. chorus, conductor, everyone. It was too much. Swept their minds away like grains of sand on a beach. They're all dead. Maya called it valuable data points. Well springs and rivers are something. What have I done?
Dead. This killed their entire research team, but it sounds like... It's like...
Like their lives held no value to Dr. Sunderish. There's a troubling symmetry with data we've recovered from Titan. Data on the origin of the Witness. It too was once multiple people that became conjoined by the way of some sort of ritual with a veil. Perhaps a conductor and a chorus. It is troubling that Dr. Sunderish seemed to be moving down that same path.
I don't like this, Osiris. I don't like this at all.
Neomuna Essie. Research log. Lakshmi 2.
What?
Maya's... I don't even know what to say. I'd recused myself from further experiments. Told her to take some time off. She refused. And the minute I wasn't there, she started hauling the brain-dead exos out of cold storage, hooking them up to the Veil interface. She burned through dozens of them, reversed the entire machine's design. Used a chorus of brain-dead exos to funnel data down to the conductor seat, projecting a mental imprint. Hers. I didn't know Lakshmi 2, but Maya did. And now she's made this thing. It speaks with her voice, has some of her memories. The way it looks at me. It's like it knows something I don't.
Osiris, do you recognize that name? Lakshmi?
Yes. And no. Lakshmi 2 was an exo and once leader of a faction on Earth known as the Future War Cult. She died over a year ago. But she never once made mention of any of this. Of Neomuna, of Maya. Did she know? Did she remember? This is all as much a revelation to me as it is to you. It throws everything she did while in the last city into question.
I mean, if she was a copy of Dr. Sunderish, then is she really dead?
I don't know. For now, I must deliver a rather uncomfortable report to Ikora.
Neomuna Essie. Research log. The Veil. She did it. Maya connected people to the Veil. Our own scientists. And they survived. I should be happy, but... happy that all this horror wasn't for nothing? But I'm not. I'm disgusted. In myself, in Maya, in all of us. This thing, the Veil, it's some kind of web of consciousness. Just like the Vex network, but organic instead of artificial. It makes sense why the Vex want it. Paracausal simulations. There'd be no stopping them. I should be happy to be a part of history, to solve a cosmic riddle. Happy for Maya, happy for all of us. But I'm not. I don't feel anything. Maya is gone. The woman I knew may as well have died when we landed on Neptune. But her ghost still haunts me. This place. I don't know what to do. There's a generation of children born here now. This is their home. I don't know what to do.
Damn. Osiris, this is... I don't know if I want to listen to this anymore.
Obsession is a beast with long, sharp talons. A beast that does not so easily release its prey. Maya Thunderish is but one victim.
That sounds like you're talking from experience.
Painfully so. But unlike Dr. Thunderish, I found a way out of the beast's grasp before it was too late.
How?
By losing.
Neomuna Essie. Personal log. Incidental. Maya's dead. I found her in the conductor's chair. Alone. Nobody knows what she was doing. Her copy, that thing, Lakshmi, is still developmentally incomplete. It doesn't understand what happened to Maya. I had it quarantined until we can... until we... do something.
There's no dates on any of these files. There's no telling how much time is set between them.
Time enough for loss. How many are left?
3 more.
Then let us hope there are yet more answers to uncover.
Neomuna Essie. Log. Whatever. The war mind has reactivated. Our base on Hyperion detected network activity. They found us. Classified our location, Nephili Stronghold. We already estimate that Rasputin has attempted remote interference with our network, our research. It can't. I won't let what we learned here ruin more lives. I'm going to send Stargazer off-world to deal with the problem. They can take Lakshmi with them and do whatever. As long as it's out of the city, out of my sight. It's a risk, taking an action off-world, exposing ourselves. But we have to. What we've done here has to be quarantined. The Veil is too much power. Too much for anyone.
Stargazer. That puts the time of this recording around the foundation of the Cloud Striders. Neomuna must have been really old.
Stargazer is the one responsible for redacting Nephili's stronghold from Rasputin's records. Or Maya by proxy with Lakshmi. Fascinating. There's 2 more logs left. Once we've decrypted them, I will need to take time to contemplate the larger picture they present.
You and me both.
The Veil is too great a power for humanity to wield responsibly. All that's left is to close down the facility. Neomuna will go on. Humanity will persist. On the back of our unspeakable work. But I won't pass that guilt on to humanity's future. My hands can be bloodied. Let the children have innocence. And in my dissolution, I will find peace.
I don't know if I agree with Neomuna's choice to hide the sins of the past. But I also do not know what I would do in her place.
Quinn says there's a data signature on this file, like something else was crawling the network. Vex signature. What's MSUND 12?
There's 1 log left to decrypt. Perhaps we'll find out.
Years ago, back on Venus, the Vex simulated copies of us, Maya and I. trapped in a virtual hell. After so long, even hell can look like heaven, can't it? I'm tired. I'm done. Maya has to be out there. The Maya I remember. And all I want is one more moment with her. To hold her in my arms. Tell her that I love her. So she can tell me to hush one more time. If we learned anything from the Veil, it's that eventually we all have to learn to let go. So, I made contact with the Vex. I'm ready. And it's time to say goodbye.
In the end, Maya Sandaresh was consumed by her desire to understand and her inability to let go. She and Chioma lost everything in pursuit of knowledge. Chioma abandoned it all, sought to wipe the slate clean for future generations.
What did we learn from all of this?
That the Veil is darkness, the power of consciousness made manifest, as much as the Traveler is the light, the power of the physical world. The implications are great, but so too are the risks. As a younger man, I may have fallen into the same trap Maya did. But now I know better. We must proceed with caution, lest the river sweeps us away. I found no more logs from Dr. Essie, but I have used her algorithm to crack the data core of the Vex conceptual mind.
That's the doodad we got from the Black Garden, right?
Indeed. The data within contained the Vex's blueprints for their artificial veil, the Black Heart. It all but proved Dr. Essie's theory. Dr. Essie theorized that the paracausal energy of the Traveler operated on a quantum wavelength parallel to electrons.
Magnets?
In simpler terms, the Traveler's power runs parallel to the forces of nature. Gravity, magnetism, sound, light. The Veil does this too. It is synchronized with the Traveler. Wherever the Traveler came from, the Veil may have as well. But what the Vex made, while connected to the Traveler, was inherently flawed. It did not create the link the Witness desired. Instead, it weakened the Traveler, created static in the flow of their cosmic forces. But it did reveal one intriguing possibility. That at one time, they may have been united. Part of a whole.
So, wait. Does this mean the light and darkness were the same once? One force?
Dr. Essie believed so. I am not as convinced. But it is a theory. One many scholars will explore once this data is shared. But this data allowed me to calculate the telemetry of the beam the Veil fired at the Traveler. When the Witness linked to the Veil through a ghost, it created a faster-than-light connection of darkness to the Traveler's light. A bridge to the Traveler's consciousness, if it has one. But the beam did not stop at the Traveler, rather a point inside of it.
Inside? Wait, what's inside the Traveler?
No one knows. But if the data I have been able to extrapolate here is correct, that is where the Witness is now. Inside the Traveler. It may be the reason why the Traveler has gone dormant, its attention directed inward, where the true threat is. But I am speculating. There is more I need to study, but I fear it will take a substantially longer amount of time.
How long do you need?
Months. If we have that long left, that is. Until then, I suppose. I've reached the extent of what I can glean from the research data.
What do we got?
Less than I've hoped for. But the last of Chioma Essie's research has led me to an intriguing topic. Ghosts.
Ghosts? As far as I know, Neomuna never had any contact with a ghost before you all showed up. We knew about them, but...
Precisely. Chioma Essie was researching the entanglement of light and dark without fully understanding either. Our ghosts are a link to the light of the Traveler. Then how was the witness able to, on numerous occasions, communicate through them?
Is this about the magnets thing? The parallel energy fields, right?
Very good. In areas of darkness, the witness is able to create a link, not unlike what it created with the Veil and the Traveler.
Ah, like the Vex are able to hack into the Cloud Arc with their tech. It's a parallel connection.
And I believe that connection may not be one-sided. I believe that our ghosts may be able to leverage this connection against it.
Turn the enemy's weapon against them. Well, that sounds great. But how?
That I do not know. But what I do know is that while the witness is out of our reach, it is also out of the reach of our ghosts. Which means whatever lies beyond that portal, whatever is inside the Traveler, has left the witness blind to our actions.
And given us an opportunity to make a plan without it knowing.
Precisely. The witness has played all the pieces it can. This is its final act, win or lose. Whatever we do from here determines the fate of everything.
No pressure.